Hello, everyone. I'm the okayest bassist, and this is the Basics Volume 70. This is the almost weekly podcast that I do. We try to do lessons, whether that is things like particular techniques, whether that is just a certain song, whether it's life lessons, things like don't spend money that you don't have, all sorts of cool stuff like that. Occasionally, we can get some people who are more knowledgeable than I am to come in here and do like a lesson. Sometimes we just hang out and visit for a while. Usually, there's a lesson before that, but we will see. Today, we are supposed to get a friend to join. Friend, maybe two, who knows? Uh, as of right now, they aren't here. So the thing I want to discuss with the friend is gonna have to wait. So I'm gonna have to waffle for a little bit and fill for time until they can show up. So there is a project coming. Let me see here. I've been bad. I've been I've been not good. Um, well, I'm okay, but I have had multiple videos slotted for so long. I am to the point I am now caught up. This Wednesday's video is the last one that I have slotted. So I am going to have to do some more batch recording. I have plenty of stuff to do though, so that's good. Um, and then I'll be able to get caught up for another month or so. But as it goes, one bit of news that I can give is if you saw the video, would have been a couple weeks ago. The Hills HZB5, the 5 string multi scale with the like color changing paint. I did that unbox. That one's review is this week. And according to Ron, they are supposed to be getting the first shipping container of those in either this or next week. So if you've pre ordered, and you've used the promo code that was attached to get the free bearing upgrade kit, awesome. If you haven't, those should start arriving now. So if they still, I don't know if they still have, they had a pre-order special price. Um, let's take a quick look here. Pull up the Hills site. Let's see here. Instruments, product, headless basses. HZB5. Yeah, they no longer show a pre-order discount. So those are arriving now. Ron is also the distributor for a company called Dr. Case, and he should be sending over what they have now. Pastor Groove got the first one that they had at NAM. It holds two bases, very similar to my giant N key case here, which is almost as tall as me. It's like 2.5 foot wide, like a foot and a half deep, like this way right now. It's like 5 foot tall, maybe a little taller. Um, it is very heavy, but it is very heavy duty. Like I have no concerns with it flying. I usually take two bases with me to NAM, and that is where everything goes. I have yet for airports to be able to damage something inside. Not that I'm challenging them, it's not what's happening. But as it is, I have yet to have anything even like, I mean, the case has gotten scuffed, but whoop-de-doo. Um, Dr. Case has a double bass, not for like a double bass, a two bass, a dual bass case that's almost a backpack style. It's going to be coming in the next couple weeks, and I'll send it around to all the peeps who want to check it out. Um, but a lot of the base peeps are going to try it and see what they think. It's looking to be pretty interesting. I saw it at NAM, checked it out. It looks like it'd be perfectly secure. You'd be able to pack your stuff. It should fly no problem. It has wheels that can click on the bottom so you can roll it around like luggage. And it looks like it should have enough space, especially like under the neck, where you could do what I typically do, which is pack my clothes inside. The N key is heavy on its own. I want to say it's like 10, maybe 20 pounds on its own. So you start running into the risk of over the weight limit for a musical instrument where it's going to end up costing an additional fee. On my way back from NAM, I'd put extra souvenirs inside and I had to take stuff out and just carry it with me, because I was going to end up having to pay like an extra 40 or $60 over the regular check bag. So the Dr. Case looks like it's going to be an awesome alternative because it weighs less and should be able to still fit as much while also still being secure. So that's another one coming. I have no idea when it'll be here. But since I chugged through a whole bunch of the stuff where now I don't have anything pre recorded, yes, I still have to do the review on the Sire M6. Um, I think I still have to do the review on the GOC since I finally got it back. And then I have a bunch of, I've had people both in person, the base peeps, and comments that have asked how the GOC compares to like the Dingwall or how it compares to the Strandberg. So I will be doing a comparison video with those because GOC is not as well known. So it's not as common or likely that anybody would have gone through and done a comparison video of like a Dingwall to a Strandberg. I'm sure it's happened. I've not seen it, but it is what it is. Um, so those will be coming. I don't know when, eventually. I'll try and get a bunch of those recorded in batch. You can't see it, but I can turn a little bit. I put a door in my room instead of the curtain because people kept being able to hear my lovely children screaming from other rooms across the house. So um, my church gave me a door. The only thing is, it's a solid wooden door. So the door weighs like, I don't know. It probably weighs at least 60 to 80 pounds. So that is, it's heavy. So I built a wall across the opening that was there, and I made sure to extra strengthen it because I was kind of worried that the two bys wouldn't be strong enough and that the door would end up leaning at some point. Okay, so uh, Chris will not be able to join us today. So that's okay, because he was one of them. Uh, there is one other who is supposed to be able to join. So we will see when and if he is still able to jump in. But anyway, so I have a door, so the room acoustically is a bit different because it's not as airy. Also, it doesn't have a soft surface over here. I do still have to finish the wall. I didn't show you, but there's like, I moved you might have seen the switch. It's right there. Right there. See that switch right next to the door handle? Yeah, I just moved that. So I had to do some wiring, and there isn't a wall next to that switch. Like I still have to cover it. There's no drywall or anything there. So it's just an open wall with wires running. So I have to finish getting all that patched and all that good stuff done. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine because now I have a door, helps isolate sound better. And then on the other side of that is my room. Well, mine and my wife's room, mostly her room. I just have a bed in there. And then that door. So now I have two doors, although the door to the room has a big vent above it and a vent in the door. So it really doesn't stop much. Well, it doesn't stop much as far as sound. So it is what that is. I moved BASSics to this new time because hopefully the delightful Johnny Dibble will be able to join at some point. Um, at least that is when his fiance gives him permission and he's not too sleepy. So, we've got that. But we do have, I believe he's been on before. Maybe not. I don't know. But he has his own stuff that he's done. Everyone, all of the none of you watching, please welcome the man, myth, legend, mystic of the bass arts, and all around pretty nice guy. I was pausing not for effect. I was waiting for you to actually drop in. I clicked it and then it didn't do it. So Sono
No,
the
yeah.
Jono. What's up?
How's it going, everyone? Oh, it's been a moment. Yeah, it's great time actually. It's legend. Ooh, I don't know about that.
I'm sure
I was
something
hearing
you've
your
done's been
introduction.
legendary at some point.
Yeah, cheating death a couple times is legendary.
There you go. You're
Yeah,
functionally
honestly.
immortal. Nothing has killed you yet. So
No, yeah, honestly, yeah, because that almost happened to me last weekend. I was at a highway, and I guess my car handling wasn't accurate, so it swerved on a one way, and I was like, "Oh man, luckily there's no oncoming traffic, because like, man, that would have been disastrous." But hey, I'm still here to tell the tale. Thus, yeah, I guess you can say I'm a legend.
there you go.
Yeah.
Some random traffic cam somewhere will remember you.
Oh, I mean, this was in a highway where there was no cellular reception, so I probably would
Oh,
not seen me for 2 weeks or even a month. They probably wouldn't find me out until like weeks later. They're like, "Yeah, this guy's missing. I don't know. And then like you just see me in a ditch somewhere.
I'm sure your work would have immediately sent out search parties to find you.
Oh no, my work would have just easily replaced me. They got so many people. They'd be like, "Oh, he's not showing up. Okay, just bring in another one."
No call, no show, he's
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
We're
No call,
done
no
with
show.
him. He
Just
doesn't
bring in
need a
another guy.
job. Who's in the next cubicle? Grab him. Congratulations, you do both people's work.
Yeah, there you go.
You're so good at your job, you can do two people's job. Congratulations. For the
Easy.
same pay, of course. I mean, don't get crazy now.
Yeah, exactly. Don't expect a pay raise until we tell you to.
And then even
But
then,
yeah.
hold the expectations back a little bit.
Yeah, man, gotta love corporate jobs, right?
I mean, I work for the largest retail employer in the country doing human resources, so I
Oh yeah.
love corporate. They're my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, came from Amazon, so it's like also in that same boat right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
We
the
were
HRs.
rivals
Yeah,
for a while there.
that's right. And then now you guys just share everything together. Now it's like, oh yeah, just yeah, whatever. There's no competition anymore. Everyone
I
just kind
like
of shares this pool.
it was like a few years ago, like right at the tail end of like COVID going away and the movement into the way the world is. And the big thing was like, oh, Amazon's going to kill Walmart. Walmart can't stand up. And then Walmart came to the realization of we have 5,000 stores that can be a distribution center, and we can just pay someone like $5 to deliver something for us today. Why are we worried about them again? And then it was like, oh yeah, that's a fair point. Like we can just
Yeah,
get Jim Bob in his pickup truck and he can deliver that 80-inch television for us and we'll pay him $20. And it saves us paying
exactly.
FedEx $90 to do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just like that's just how it is, business. Everyone's sharing the same um I guess share, you know?
Oh goodness.
Oh, oh look at that. Inception.
We we went into the infinite there. That wasn't supposed to
Uh-oh.
pop up on its own. It was supposed to just stay us. How do I make it not do that? Can I
Yeah,
hide
man.
that? I
DMs
can hit
all over the world.
hide. There we go.
Oh
Aha!
man.
Now if I can figure out how to unhide it will be the real question.
It
Um,
reminds me of someone I think just recently. I don't really like stick with the whole internet drama, but since like I haven't really been doing content in a while, I get fed that in my YouTube algorithm. So I guess like this streamer, it's like this woman. I don't know her name, but I just heard about it where this woman like deliberately had viewbot.ai on their tab during their Twitch stream, obviously for viewbotting, and got banned from Twitch, and her just trying to come out and apologize about it. I don't know. I just found it funny because it's like you're trying to hide something that's blatantly there, but everyone already saw it. And when it's just kind of like, oh, you can't really like apologize because you already like, we already saw you.
yeah,
Like,
I
we know
saw.
what you're doing.
I had seen one that was. It was on like a. I don't know if it was a try not to laugh or something like just a compilation of
Yeah.
funny videos, and one was like this. I don't know. The kid looked to be like 13. He's like, I'm gonna teach you guys how to build this in Minecraft. And when he goes online, he ends up I don't know where he was going, but he accidentally hits the letter X and someone like pauses it and like it's like X video is like one of the first search results. It's like,
Oh my
hmm,
gosh.
okay. It's like
Yeah,
that
it
you
was
you did that. Like
it's like
you did that. What are you gonna do? That
it's like
wasn't me on my computer doing the thing that I'm showing people how to do computer stuff.
yeah, no worries. It was just a pop-up.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It was
came
an
in a separate
ad.
window. Yeah, it was an ad. It opened a different window, not tab, window, because there's
Yeah,
a difference between a window and a tab.
yeah. One
Yeah, and
one you can
surprisingly,
climb
yeah,
through.
yes, and surprisingly, not enough people know the difference. But then again, I'm typically around people that don't know really know a whole lot of tech stuff,
I
so I'm
I
always
love
having to
I'll
break it
get
down.
people in an orientation at Walmart and I'll be like, "Hey, you just need to close that tab." And what do they do? Straight to the top right-hand corner. It's like, "Good. Now you get to log in all over again. You're going
Yeah,
to learn your
yeah.
logins today."
You gotta learn your pass keys. Make sure you write down the password. Oh, you forgot your password. Oh man, brings me back to the
I make
times
it
when I
easy.
first, yeah.
I set everyone's password. It's their initials and the last 4 of their social. If you
There you
don't
go.
know those things, you should anyway. If you don't know that your initials are JS 1 2 3 4 5 for the last, or 1 2 3 4 for the last of your social, you're learn the last of your social, you'll be fine. You'll
Oh
make
yeah.
it. Don't worry.
Like if I don't care about my life, just I'll send it away. Like, you know what? I'm just here to have a good time. I don't care about identity fraud. I don't care about, all the other stuff that comes with the consequences. Just just have a good time.
If someone wants to be me that badly, I'll let
Yeah,
them.
exactly. Uh, but it just brings me back to the time when I first started my first like actual gig at a job, like out of high school, was at a library, and so customer service is very 100% there. And I had worked for a library filled with elderly community. We're talking about 50 plus, and that's just all we had. So it's funny how over the years my patience, I wouldn't say it's gone thin, but it has gone thin recently. But out of all the years of customer service, I've always kept it together, especially with old people that don't know how to work a computer, or they will look at a mouse like this and try to point at the screen like if it's a remote to the TV
Yeah.
and saying, "How come this won't turn on?" And you're just having to tell them, "Oh, there's a power button." They're like, "What? Oh my gosh."
Yeah.
And then you got to tell them everything. Like, literally
Oh,
have
yeah.
to hold their hand their entire time. You're having to show them what a computer is and what it does. And I remember years ago, I had pitched this idea to one of my managers, which I'm so glad this manager got fired because they just did not know how to do their job or even be competent with constructive criticism. And so I had let this manager know, hey, I would like to see if I can maybe host a class every Wednesday because that's kind of our busiest with the elderly community coming in. To do like a basic internet class one on one, like
Mhm.
how to turn on a monitor, how to open a menu, how to type, and they're like, no, I don't think it'll work out. Well, why
That was
not?
at the library?
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
library. And I'd be like, why not? Oh, they just don't want to. Trust me. I've worked here for so long, and I'm just like, all right, sure. And then I would tell um every old, I want to say old person, but every elderly person, hey, would you ever be interested in like having a class that the library would offer you to like show you how to play the or how to work a computer? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, good. Write this in the comments section, like in
Yeah.
a little suggestion box, and throw it in there. That way my manager reads it.
We're
So
demo
we
we're
kept getting a lot of it.
democratizing this. I tell you,
Yeah.
let the
So we kept
give the people what they want.
exactly. So we kept getting them in, a lot of suggestions, and what did my manager do? Still nothing. And so I was just like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna leave. So I left that library, went to a better library that's a little bit more custom and more open eared. And right when I left, the manager like left too. So I was just like, "Oh, did
Hmm.
you like leave willingly, or what happened?"
Yeah.
Because I told a coworker that I still work there, and he was all like, "Oh no, the corporate came, they spoke with him, and he just left. Like he was supposed to close shift with us, but he just left."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, so he must have got fired." Maybe, but I don't think he's coming back. So I'm like, all
It's
right, good.
it's funny because, like, the reverse of what you just said happened to me. I used to, before I went into, like, the more total store side, I used to run, one of the cell phone shops in Walmart when they used to have them up front in a section all by
Oh,
themselves,
yep.
and one of the older folks at my church was like, "Hey, you're always helping me with my phone, like, when I don't know how to get the Facebook on my phone." It's
The
like,
Facebook.
"Yeah? Can you, like, come teach a class at," and the library I'm talking about is probably about 500 square foot, maybe 1,000 on, like, the actual, you can walk the aisles, like, it's in a
Hmm.
town with a population of maybe 500 people at best.
Oh wow.
So, it was
Yeah.
like, "Can you come do that?" And I was like, "I guess." So I show up, there's like a dozen old people, and they're all like very, and it turned into a not even a class. Like, I had a whole itinerary, And it wasn't as basic as like what you were saying, like, here's how you turn it on. Here is what clicking means. I wasn't that. It was more like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go in and we're going to go into like the web browser, and we're all going to sign into Facebook, or we're all going to sign into YouTube, things like that, so that they understood passwords. And like, you can save your password, but if you do, make sure it's something like your phone with a code on it. Don't just have your phone that never locks and then put your passwords in it, because then you're going to lose it and everyone will know your stuff. um, and it did. I had like
Phone locks.
5
What's going on?
minutes worth of that, and after those 5 minutes of here's what we're gonna
Oh,
do, it just devolved into every single person in the class is doing 20 questions at the same time of, well, I already have a Facebook and I know how to sign into that, but I want to do ancestry.com. And then someone else is like, oh, I have ancestry, it's really fun. And then those people just go off on their own somewhere and start talking about random stuff. I was there for an hour and a
yep,
half.
yep.
It devolved from, hey, can we cover this, into just tech support of, well, my phone won't open this thing anymore, can you look at that? And then me showing everyone, well, here's how you fix that. And then when it all got done, I was like looking at the lady who runs the library. I'm like, I am so sorry. I generally thought that this was going to work. I had high hopes. I had every expectation that this was actually going to be a class. And she's like, why are you apologizing? Like, this is, I will never forget her comment. This is the happiest these people are outside of the nights that the other lady comes in and teaches quilting. I was like, wow, I'm up there with the quilting lady. Let me tell you. So it turned into like once a month, I came in and taught these classes, and I just thought I was doing it for free. And then I go to leave, and she's like, oh, hey, don't forget your check. And I was like, what?
Ah,
And she just hands me a check for $100. And
that's so cool.
I was like, this is $100. I've been here an hour and a half. She's like, oh, don't worry. They all gave donations before they came here because they were just so happy someone would help them. So I don't know how much the library made that night, but I made $100 in an hour and a half. So, and then the next like 5 times I did it, I was there for over 2 hours because I was like, they're gonna give me $100. I can't just leave. They're paying me more than my job. Can I do this? Can I come do this like 20 hours a week? I'll do a class every night, 2 hours a night. But no, it's funny because like you said, your manager seemed to be garbage and was like, no,
Oh yeah.
people don't want that. And it's like, no, old people 100% need someone who can be patient, because the number one thing that I see on that is the stereotype of the like grandparent who's like, I don't know how this works, and they hand it to their grandkid and the kid goes,
Yep.
here, it's done.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well,
Or
that did absolutely nothing for the old person. Because now granted, like, my grandfather refuses anything but a flip phone, and if he gets a text he thinks his phone's broken, so he turns it off and then turns it back on, and it's gone. So
yeah.
showing him how to do anything is he'll just call me, hey, I got a phone number I need you to put in my phone. I'll be over there tonight. It's okay. Tried
Yeah.
sending the
And
18-year-old to go do it for him, and the 18-year-old couldn't figure out how to make things work on a flip phone. So it was like, "Ah, good. I'm the
yeah.
linchpin of this technology."
yeah, and it's crazy with those phones too, because I've seen it. My mom is a victim, but over the times during also in my library field, or used to be library field, yeah, old people with their phones. This was back like during iPhone 8, iPhone 10 era, and their phones were just gripped with apps that they don't use or they just downloaded because they were playing like their favorite slot game from an
Yeah,
app, and then the app was telling you download this program, and they do it anyway, and then it's
yeah.
just like, yo,
I'm playing
insane.
solitaire. You want a different solitaire? Sure, sure.
Yeah.
My favorite was, we had people who would come in, and it wasn't iPhones, it was always Android. And they'd come in and it'd be like, my phone won't work, like, it's just super slow. And then you open it up and it's like, okay, you have A cleaner, B cleaner, C antivirus, D anti spy. All of this is actually spyware. Like all of this is
Yeah.
just here to steal your information.
Oh yeah.
Like your phone knows how to make itself run. Your
Uh-huh.
phone doesn't need an antivirus because unless you install the virus, it's not getting in here.
Yep.
My
Yep.
favorite one, just there are like people who target other people are awful, but there is a special place in super hell for this person. Like they made an app called Bible, and it was so it would theme your phone to have like all Christian looking icons, and like the background changes regularly with different scriptures and all of this. It was 100% spyware.
Oh
Like a
no.
person came in, hands me their phone, and they're like, I don't know what's happened, but like all of my credit cards keep getting hacked. And it's happened ever since I got this new phone. And I was like,
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't like you've gotten this new, and they hand me the phone and I'm looking at it and I'm like, you don't seem technologically smart enough to have made your own icon package and have this like slideshow in the background and a theme set. I was like, who did this for you? And they were like, oh, no, no, it's with my Bible app. And I go, I have the Bible app on my phone and it doesn't do this. And they were like, no, no, this is one I had to pay for. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah,
you
that's
had
the
to
super
give them
Bible.
your credit card number. They were like, "Yeah." And I was like,
Oh.
"Okay." So I go in. Well, the problem is because it wasn't just like a theme. It was an actual full APK install that made a new version of the home screen, a new version of the app drawer. So I ended up having to go in through the system settings, go into the apps, and then find the Bible. And then when I tried to uninstall it, the Android system was like, oh, you can't uninstall this because you're running it right now. I was like, I'm in settings. How am I running an app? And that's when I figured out that it was a full overlay. So I finally deleted it, uninstalled it, and they were like, "That's how my phone looked when it was new." And I was like, "Yeah, it sure was. Don't do that. You need new credit cards. Call your credit card,
Yeah.
call your bank, call everybody." It was so sad. It's like that person is gonna burn forever. They say don't
Yeah.
use the Lord's name in vain. That person's using them to scam people. That's even worse.
Right, right. And it's funny how we went on with this discussion about tech because that's kind of what we're almost looking towards in music as well, especially with gear. Like now you have digital pedals that
Mhm.
can configure like 5 or 8 pedals in one chain, so you don't have to worry about analog pedals like the one behind me where it's like, oh, you need like two of these for you to like get the good sound. No, you just have it all digital, and that's kind of where I'm like, oh, this is interesting how we're now entering a new wave of technology and now into music to where it could potentially better us, but at the same time it could also cripple us. Uh,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
already almost we're already almost phasing out with the boomer Gen X already, but you know, obviously put on the meme, the future is now old man, but you know, it's just kind of like we're evolving with tech, even with this hobby in music,
Yeah.
and that's where I'm kind of like, oh, this is very interesting. Like, yeah, I wonder what else is going to come in the near future of what we're going to have to adapt to. Like, no longer are we going to worry about, a bass that does just one thing. We can turn it into multiple things. Hence, like the basses with 12 knobs and 3 switches, like the sire behind you, and whatnot.
Yeah. Or the Dark Ray 2 this year has the built-in
Yeah.
effects on it. Like, how long is it until, and there was someone who jumped in the chat, not in the chat, in the, like, feed, was going to join
Huh.
us, and then they disappeared.
Oh.
Um, so I'm waiting for them to come back. But no, like the dark ray, I thought that was interesting. It's like we literally have one of the big companies who now has a base with effects built in. How long is it until we have a base that has a modeler? Like
Yeah.
when when is Dark Glass going to put out a bass and it's going to have just the whole of like is it going to have the entire suite? Is it going to have the Camos built in? Is it going to go full
Yeah.
anagram? Like it's
Mhm.
just you have an iPad connected to it. It's going to use like looseless connection. Now you've got everything. Does have a recording set built in. This
Oh,
person
no.
keeps adding themselves and then delete and then going away. So I haven't put them in. I'm waiting to see. They've come in 3 times, just sitting in the wings.
It's okay to be nervous. We
Oh
all
no,
have that.
it's not someone who will be nervous to be on here. I don't know what's going on, if it's internet or they're not
Yeah,
happy with their connection or what.
me too.
Um, I don't know.
I
The
know I'm not happy with mine.
oh well.
Yeah, I hate Spectrum. It's the worst.
Oh, see, I have line of sight um internet provision because the only other option is old copper line Frontier,
Ooh.
which
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah. The line of sight works great. I think the highest connection we were able to get was like 200 meg, but it's whenever there's a storm and it's super windy, the thing is on top of a giant grain silo across the field
Oh
from us.
yeah.
So if it's moving a foot, it's probably not bad. But when ours is wiggling and theirs is moving, yeah. So
I've
if
heard this. Yeah. This
that person
probably
comes
gives
back,
away
I'll add
my
them in.
age, but it reminds me of the times. I mean, I grew up with this, but having to move the antenna around the TV
Hmm.
box just to get the good reception and
Yeah,
good angle, good view of seeing the TV project into this tiny CRT box at the time, which was like maybe 12 inches, 14
yeah.
inches. And you were just like, wow, we're so blown away. Like this quality, this definition.
Oh yeah. 480p, man. So the
Yeah,
other
it's
person
240.
is there in the wings again. I'm waiting for a thumbs up that oh nope, they're gone again. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just connection wise.
I don't know if it's connection or they don't like what they
Oh
have.
man.
Um, so the thought that I had for discussion, and if this other person joins, that'll be cool. Um, we as the base peeps do have our own group chat for the basics, but um, we we had a certain Mr. Karel Fosumpar who has offered to send us some one of his new. Now granted this is the guitar, but
Oh, that's really nice.
uh
LEDs. Wow.
oh yeah, he if you look at his stuff, he does LEDs, he's done like custom band logo carving into
That's
fretboards and
really
stuff.
cool.
So this is what if you haven't gotten to look at it, I know you've seen it in the chat. He's doing a titanium top on the instruments and then he's heat treating them to get that iridescent effect.
Yeah.
But of course, titanium's strength to weight ratio is unquestioned. So it's a cool finish on the top that's going to wear super well. So that's a guitar that he's made. That one went to Japan. But then what I
Ooh.
sent in our chat is this is his general render for what he is planning to send us. So 5 string multi-scale, headless. Um, I don't want to give too many details away because I don't know. Like I didn't ask him if I asked him if he wanted to join, and he's like, I want to wait until my presence is big before I start
Wow.
getting interviewed. And I was like, I
That's really
guess that's
smart.
fine. Um,
In a
he
strategic
said
kind of
he does
sense.
hope in a few years to be able to go to NAM, and I was like, I'll help you run your booth. I'll be there. So, like, I
Yeah.
can't do much, but I'll be
And
there.
I was gonna say, even the people that he would send the bases to would even help because I've done it before with NS Design. I mean, I wasn't running it, but I would always pop in here and there if they needed help. And they were
Yeah,
so fortunate for me to even stick in and be like, "Oh yeah, you're here, cool. Watch the booth. We're all
yeah.
gonna leave and get food." And I'm over here thinking to myself, "Man, I'm running the NS Design booth by myself." And I can't imagine people coming in and telling me, "How do these electric bows work?" And I'm over here like, "I just only know the bass."
How do these work? You want to see how I can slap this bass? Let me show you.
Let me show you how to slap this violin.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that happened once too at an AM event when I was just running it by myself. Ned had to go out and get food. Um, two of the PR people left to see another booth. I think Trickfish, and I was just standing there alone, and I'm just like, well, I guess I'm running this by myself. I hope no one shows up and talks about the violins. And sure enough, hey, can I take a look at the violin? I'm like, sure. Is it cool if I plug it in? Yeah. Hey, so like, how does this switch work? And I'm like, um, I
Well,
think that
flip
one's
it and
active and
find out.
passive. I think that one's active and passive. So we were learning together, and I just felt bad because I'm like, I'm not an NS design artist. I just know the people. They
Yeah.
brought me in 2020 and shared my photo of me using their instruments as part of their gallery for the booth, and I thought that was really cool. And we just became friends ever since. And every
Yeah.
time I see them, they'd be like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?" And I just helped out and whenever they could. But yeah, I'd say reach out to Flame Instruments. If they do a NAM thing, we'll be like, hey, the people that reviewed your bass, we'd be more than happy to help
Oh
run
yeah.
the booth if you need any help or know the ins and outs of NAM. They're in good company. They have the best people to tell them what's gonna happen.
My
And
biggest thing on this, like, I like the shape. It's a cool shape. I don't know about this, like, giant arm-ish, but
reminds me of Jaguar.
I I really hope he does like the others where there's a nub, not just a
Yeah,
straight shaft to the end where there's nothing to either one hang it or two to know where your neck is ending.
exactly.
Which I mean,
Yeah,
again, these
that's
are
really
just
great.
all obviously these are all just a render. It's not like this is the stuff set in stone or any of that.
Hmm.
But this is, if you didn't know, like this is the same guy who made mine.
Yeah, that is amazing. Every time I
Yeah,
look at it, it's so cool. And I got to
yeah,
play it. It was
yeah.
awesome. And we brought it at the in California this year. That was so cool.
Hmm.
Um, what was tape wounds on them, right?
Yeah.
Were they labella?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna say the texture felt different compared to labella. Because I've noticed with a different brand outside of labella, the tape wounds feel like kind of like I'm feeling the the material of my pants, like that type
Yeah.
of feeling.
When Bull, because I think Bully hadn't really messed around with tape wounds before the Z7 came,
That's right.
and I ordered the one that was going to him, and then he was either going to send it to me or he ended up, of course, choosing to get a different one, and then it ended up going to prop,
Mm-hmm.
but he he hadn't tried them, and I got one of each. The ones that are on the Lord of the Rings base are the D'Addario, which
Yeah.
when he and I talked about it, it's on a couple of the videos. I don't know if it was a base hang or what. The labellas feel like if you were to take ridiculously thick fishing line. It
Yeah.
feels like a nylon plastic, whereas the D'Addarios feel like a fabric.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. That texture.
And that's on the on my ding wall. I have ones that came from pyramid strings out of Germany, and they are almost textured. Like they feel like a fabric, not rough, but they
Mm-hmm.
have a definitive texture to them. And it's not like the texture you get from like a low quarter wrap ratio round wound where it's like abrasive metal feel. It's still fabricy feel, but it's slightly rough, so you have some good grip to it. Um, but no, Carell has made like this, like you were talking about the LEDs, like this is a band, and he just carved their name into it with the LEDs. Um,
Yeah.
he put the information out on his channel about, and that's Carell right there. Look at that guy. Look at this man. That's a
That's so
man right there.
cool.
Look at that bass video is so good too.
That one,
Yeah.
I'll have to check it
All of
out.
his video, he has, and he even talks about it himself. So it's not anything that I'm saying that's like mean because he says it. He has like one of the most monotone voices. So here he is. He's from Czech Republic, and he's just speaking English monotone over it the whole time, and it's like it fits so well. Like the Lignum art, the people who made like Eins and Albedo, my other customs, theirs is no talking. They just have like
Yeah.
classic music playing in the background with some samples of stuff. They've worked with Nate Navarro. They made his huge sub octave bass, but Carell just like voiceovers the whole thing. This one was ridiculous. Like you talk about a custom build, the person who wants Ghastly Haunter and Gengar
I
LED.
saw that.
Yes,
Yeah. I saw that and I immediately opened it and I was like, I know someone in Lobster's Discord that would really love this, and I have a feeling they might know, but I'm just gonna send it anyway because it looks really cool.
he does all this stuff, and he says in it's either in the video or in his post on Instagram, um, which you were at the base house. Well, you were last year and this year. Last
Yeah.
year, everyone was playing Price is Right on Eins, trying to figure out like, okay, how much did this cost? Because it's a custom, it's a one-off, blah
Mm,
blah blah.
right.
And like even Hondo, who has like all those expensive bases, was like, I would not have believed that this was that cheap. Like my Lord of the Rings base was 1,500 shipped, but obviously he doesn't do that price because that was when it was his hobby and he just wanted to get better at
Right.
making things. Now he's actually Carell has done the work and filed the paperwork, I guess, that he had to do. That this is now his full time job, so he's a
Very
full
cool.
time luthier now.
Awesome.
And he
Perfect. Yeah.
said on the Titanium series, I think they're called the TI-6 is what he's calling that series. Now whether that's just for the guitar, six string, I don't know. Um, like on the video for the guitar, he even says that he's going to make a five-string headless bass and that that's going to be sent to the states to be reviewed. So it'll get here. We'll all pass it around and do what we do with it. But
Nice. Nice.
he says on there, either on there or on his post, I don't remember where, his plan on if guess the pricing. So you're getting one of these, you're getting one of these bases, all of that goodness, um, with electronics of your choice. I'm sure within reason. Like obviously, it's not
Right.
like I want 18 uh whatever. Like I want 18 Fishman. I want 18 Fishman fluents on this, where the cost
Yeah.
alone. But like it's your choice, one or two pickup, your choice of electronics. Apparently, he's going to machine his own hardware. Like I guess he's designed and is going to machine his own like headless tuning system, all of that. He's gonna machine out the titanium top um, without LEDs. Take a guess.
I'd say between the ballpark of 1,800 to 3K.
You're in there. It's
Yeah.
20, I think he said 24 is what he's planning to do for like the basic model.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want LEDs and any other customizations, of course, within reason, he's going to cap it at 28. So
Okay.
you could
Yeah.
you could get like one that all the way across the fretboard it says Sonojono legend and all that goodness. Uh-oh, we lost Sono. That's sad. Here he comes. Maybe. There he is.
Yeah. Dropped a little connection right there. Let me switch my
Damn you,
hotspot while we're here.
Spectrum.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my internet's personal hotspot. See what that does.
I
So
had to do
we
that
might
on
see it
one
drop out
stream.
again.
I was hosting the stream, other people were on there, and we had a storm and the line of sight got wiggled, I guess, and I lost connection. So I hurried up and switched it to my phone hotspot. And it was like, works just fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, so you could get like custom carve LED, all of that. And then it's like 2,800 is where he's trying to keep it at the cap. So, I mean, that's for all that he's willing to do, that's a great price because it's going to be, of course, stainless steel frets, all that fun. Um,
All that premium
so
stuff, and
I'm
that's really good.
I'm looking super forward to it. And I mean, I told him I was like, hey, some of the people in our group have quite a lot of followers. Some of us don't, like me. I don't. I think I'm up to like 420, so I'm getting there.
Hell yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
like, yeah, woo. But so it was like there's not a lot that individually some of us have to offer, but I was like, if 5 of us do videos, a lot of people find one of us because they watched a video of the other. Like,
Right.
not I had a comment once that came up on one of my videos, and it was like, "I found you because I was watching a video from Low End Lobster, and that sent me to
There we
bully
go.
the kid, and then I watched a base hang, and you were on there, so I watched you." It's like, I'm 4th generation bored and clicking on what YouTube has to say next, but I'll take it.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
and I told him,
Uh,
I was like, and what's really cool on this, if you watch some of his videos, he makes stainless steel nuts. Like, he
oh,
carves the nut
yeah.
and then he treats them with some anodizing material to make them black. And then he makes the nut out of stainless steel because it's not going to wear out. So
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was neat. Another cool thing for when we do it, Leah said she'll even do a review. So I was like, well, if you're gonna get someone stateside to do a base review for you, like there's Leah, there's Bully, and there's, I mean, unless any of us happen to have made friends with Patrick Hunter or Nate Navarro, I don't think there are many other big ones we can send the base around to, but by golly, I'll try.
I was gonna say, surprisingly enough, Patrick, kind of like I want to say reaches out here and there, but he does like kind of hop, like I want to say hop in, but jumps in most of my videos, and I thought that's really cool. So I could always reach out to him, and it's funny enough, he doesn't live too far from where Bully lives,
No,
same state in Texas. So they
well,
could even do something like that. It could be like Bully, then Patrick, and then it just keeps going in this circle. And that's the beauty of this type of platform we're in, is that the algorithm is what feeds other people to watch more of the same content that people watch. Like for example, when you said, "Oh, I came from a low end lobster video," then you showed up and I watched it, and then that was also informative. And so I just think the more people hop in on one thing, the more it's going to catch on, and that's what most funny enough business people or even people like Flame Instruments don't really know. I'm not saying Flame Instruments doesn't, but I'm just using them as an example, especially other companies where they don't really see the value in it. They're just kind of like, I don't know, kind of a little bit too fishy about it. So they just kind of, I wouldn't say screw themselves, but that's just kind of like a missed opportunity for
yeah.
potential growth.
Well,
And,
when I was
just,
talking to him the other day, I'd said basically what I was just saying a minute ago is like I can't guarantee that if I review like like Gorthauer here, like obviously he's not gotten like 400 people. Every subscriber to my channel has not gone and
right,
ordered a custom base from him. I was like, but it can't hurt.
right.
And
And then,
then I was like,
yeah,
and then
go
if
ahead.
I send it around and 5 people do a review, I mean, even if it's 5 channels my size, that's 2,000 people who see it. Maybe you get 1 order, but that's an order you didn't have. But then you throw in like Bully, you throw in Leah, where you've got between those 2, like 100,000. Like, you might get 1 or 2 actual orders out of that. So, and when I was messaging him, he was like, "Literally the thing that I need, oddly enough, is exposure." Like, people might see his Instagram stuff, like the Pokemon board, and be like, "Oh, that's super cool. Look what this guy can do." But how many people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, I really want a Charizard base now. Let me just go get that ordered." So, and these ones, the titanium, are going to be his like production line. Of course, he's still going to do customs, which is what he's done this whole time. And if you watch the Lord of the Rings video, he even quotes me on it because I was like, "Well, you're." He was like, "Yeah, I've wanted to do a Lord of the Rings base like since I've started this, but I can't just go make it and hope someone buys it." He was like, "I needed someone to want it." And I was like, well, I mean, you are the nerd build guy. Like, you've got Bloodborne, you've got Dark Souls, you've got all this other like video game stuff. So he taught in the video, he's like, my customer calls them nerd builds, and I love it. It's like, if the shoe fits, that's what you got. But no, and that's like at NAM, Aristotle, the one who plays Aristotle Jones, Appalachian Soul Man with Chris, um, we were walking around and I like had come up through multiple repeats of it. I basically had a spiel to give to anybody who wanted to talk to me, be like, "Hey, so I help facilitate the review process for a group of multiple bassists, but, like, it's up to each person if they want to do a review. It's not like, hey, you send this to me, I guarantee you this many videos, but if you want." And again, we ended up getting a few out of it, and some who have said they'll do something, but they're waiting until they get downtime. But like Karel, he was all for this. He was like, "Yeah, I'll send it." And I told him, I was like, if someone wants to buy it, that's great. Because someone in
Yeah.
our group is like, "I love this. I want it." Awesome. Pay the man the money and it's yours. But I was like, if you want to send it, like, I'll pay whatever tariffs because it'll come to me first. I'll get it all set up. We pay to ship them to each other. So none of us are sitting here spending $2,400 to be like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not as cool as I was hoping it was going to be. I need to
Yeah.
send it back. And then
Yeah.
all of that fun. And I was like, when it gets done, it comes back to me. If I decide to buy it, then I buy it. If I don't buy it, I'll pay to ship it back to you, and then you can sell it, or you can keep it as like a demonstration.
Yeah,
Um,
like a B stock.
yeah, we've been talking, and I actually gave him Ryan's information from Trickfish. He's going to try to get a set of their P4 dual coils and an IPA
Ooh.
to put in
Yeah.
it so that it's like what music you want to play, it'll do it.
Yeah. And honestly, that's the best platform, Trickfish, because it's very I want to say clean, but it's like
Mhm.
probably the most sterile. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like
Easy.
transparent.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Well, that's what
Um,
I said when I did because I have that minnow preamp pedal,
ah,
and
cool, cool.
I did the recording, and I literally set everything to noon, and I was playing, and as I was playing, I hit the on off button, and it's like, you notice how it didn't change? That's amazing. Like, you might be like, well, why do I want to buy it if nothing changes? Because if you have it on, nothing changes. It's not like
Yeah,
you hit a button and all of a sudden it's like, oh, did you hear that scoop that just happened?
yeah,
Yeah, it might be
like
like GK where that scoop is amazing and sounds great. But
yeah,
if you don't want that scoop and you don't want to EQ to make it sound normal, go Trickfish. Like,
yeah, and
everything's there.
that's exactly what's in my notes because I recently purchased a Yamaha BB735. I needed a five string for the longest, especially now that I'm performing with bands. And I'm like, yeah, this needs a five string for this band specifically, but I wouldn't mind a five string in general just for purposes. And so I bought this bass. Yeah, there we go. And
All I
my
have
love,
except for one.
my love and appreciation for five string has just gone up. I've always had it, but I've always never really melted with one where one has been like, wow, this is amazing. I think the only one that did do that for me was a Squire jazz bass, the contemporary series. Yeah, yeah. And I liked it, granted that it did come with Nordstrand pickups with it because the person that sold it at Guitar Center left all of that in there. And Guitar Center at the time was selling it for 250, and I thought that was already a steal. That's already for the freaking pickups. I'm just buying the bass for free,
I,
and I loved
I
it.
can
It
go
was
get some
great.
cheap AliExpress pickups and double my money. This is great.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I don't know, every five string I've had in my life, it's just always been coming in and out. But I don't think this one with the Yamaha because I already love my 434, which is the four string version. Obviously not the active version, but the one step below it. And I've always loved it. It's been my main bass. I've gigged it finally for I don't know how long I've had that bass for. I think going on 3 years, and it's done so well live. And I'm just so glad that it could actually um, I guess, put out the results I was looking for in a bass, especially when you're outperforming and, coming from someone that hadn't performed in years, almost a decade. And so getting that reassurance of, oh, I'm doing this again. This is awesome. And then having a bass come in and actually produce the sound that you've pretty much been playing at home for years.
Yeah.
Coming from a bedroom musician to now actually doing these small gigs. And it's like, oh, nice. Like, this is what a bass actually sounds like in a band mix. It sounds real good. And it just made me not want to play any of my other basses. Like I currently have not counting the ones that I use dedicated for like mod platform stuff for YouTube. Um, 4 bases, but I want to like stick to just maybe 4 or 5
That
because
that's a
I
down
went.
that's a
Yeah,
downsizing from what used to
oh
have what,
yeah,
like, used to have that many racks full.
yeah. I had 15, and that's actually a video I was supposed to be putting out for my channel because I haven't put out anything in over a year. But I want to do that a little bit more polished. Like I have it on my hard drive on the computer as we speak. It can be published right now, but there's certain things I want to tweak and like maybe redo some parts and just kind of like, yeah, let me take some time for it. And plus, I
Yeah.
haven't shaved this face since August of last year. So it's like I'm looking like a homeless person right now and I want to look pretty good on camera, as sophisticated as I may
I was
sound.
about to say, you have a far cry different from the way I produce videos. I record them, I sit down and I go, "Eh, that's good enough," and then do the audio corrections for, like, if there's noise in the background, and then add in the open, add in the closing song. If I do the
Yeah.
random every now and then I'll have something post credits, like, I'll catch myself saying something as I'm turning the phone off, and I'll be like, "Ah, that was funny. I'll throw that in after the credits." And then
Yeah.
that's it. And then I just post it. And then I watch, like, stuff like you produce where it's like, "Look," or Johnny, like Amp, all
Oh
of you
yeah,
guys do
I know.
all of the stuff, and then I'm looking at mine
Yeah.
going, "Maybe there's a reason I only have 400 subscribers." But also, I can 100% say any of the advice that I've seen people put out, like, if you're going to make content, be genuine, so you have, like, don't make a character that you don't wanna be. Like,
Exactly.
don't be the, like, "Oh, I absolutely want to just do the stoic face and do the Davy 504 thing," where because that's not me, and then I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, Danny Sapko, he talked about it. He was like, he tried doing the, like, Davy 504,
I
Charles Bear
remember
2.
that.
He tried doing
Yeah.
those things, and then he was like, and that wasn't me. And now I'm me, and I have all these people following me. So it's like, there you go. So,
Yeah.
like, if my organic growth lands me at 500 subs or less, okay, cool. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had expectations or aspirations that this channel's going to make me money. So, if it
Right.
does,
Yeah.
cool. If I make tens of cents a week off of this, then amazing. I can eventually buy a replacement string from D'Addario. So I won't be able to afford a whole pack. That won't happen. But
Yeah, yeah.
if it comes, it comes. I really don't care. And like I've said multiple times on videos, the day this stops being fun is the day I stop uploading. Well, the day I stop recording, because I usually have plenty in queue.
Mhm.
Like I had everything in queue up through this week, in February. And now I haven't made any. So now I've got to do a new batch so that I can get a bunch ready. But
Yeah.
even if I stopped today and didn't do live streams, I still have videos uploading. The string ones I've been doing are going to be there every Friday for like the next month. So,
Mhm.
but the day it stops being fun's the day I stop because I don't care. Like it's not like I'm someone who's making thousands of dollars where I could consider this being my full-time job. If that was the case, I'd be making videos and they'd look nice and they'd all that, but they don't,
Yeah.
and I don't care.
It
I do it because it's fun. I make the like I got so many comments for so long of, "You literally sat there and talked for 10 or 15 minutes, and you didn't play the thing one time. Why did I watch this video?" It's like,
Oh
"I
my
don't
god.
know. I really don't know why you watched this video, but you did." So
Yeah, and it
now on the
helped.
videos that have been coming out, there's like, I'll say a sentence and then I'll insert like some random, like, I don't know if you've watched any of my stuff, but I play like the most beginner licks every single time. Like, it's Seven Nation Army,
I
Feel
mean,
Good Inc., Fleetwood Mac's The Chain. Like, these are the things that I play. And it's like, you know why? Because when I watch videos like your guys's, like Johnny and Amp and all that, or Leah, especially like with Leah, she'll sit there and she'll play and she's
oh, she'll play for like
amazing.
3 to 5 minutes as the opening intro of a video, and then it's just like, man, that's already right there the greatest start of what a bass sounds like. You don't even
Yeah.
gotta watch the rest, depending on how people view the video. It's like,
Well, and
cool,
what's
first
funny
five
is
minutes, boom.
I'm the exact opposite. I start the video and it's like I will go back and watch just the playing, but when I first start, I just skip through all the playing because I want to hear what she thinks of the bass.
Yeah, like the
If she's
final
like, "This
verdict.
bait,"
Yeah.
like the, Squire debut, if she was
Oh
if, like,
yeah.
I watch it and it's like, "This bass is awful. This bass sucks. This is the
Hmm.
2nd one I've had, and it's just as bad or worse than the 1st one." It's like, I don't even wanna hear you play it now because 'cause I'm gonna think it's a good bass because it's you playing, and you're gonna
Yeah,
make it sa
exactly.
it's like Nate Navarro. Nate Navarro could be given the cheapest crap off of Temu, and he's gonna Nate Navarro it and make it sound good. I can't trust a
Yeah,
thing the man says because he's gonna make it sound good. I told him that at
exactly.
NAMM, and he laughed.
I remember that. I think we were all there.
Yeah.
It was at the Sire booth, right?
No, that was, up in I think it was in Yamaha's room on the first day.
Oh, maybe I wasn't there, but you did tell the story.
Yeah, because Leah was talking to one of her friends, and
Oh
I turn
yeah.
around, and he's just standing there staring at some stuff, and I was like, "Can I get a picture?" He's like and I will
Ah.
say this, I don't know if he's just super nice and humble, or if he doesn't realize that he exists on the internet because he seemed honestly and legitimately like, "You wanna get a picture with me?"
Oh yeah. Such a
And
humble
then
guy.
and of course, he's like 8 foot tall, so
Yeah, gentle giant.
he's not as tall as, I just lost his name from Bass Buzz.
Oh, that guy. Yes.
I saw him on the 2nd day, and he's like 6'9". Like, I saw him and I
Tall
was
too.
literally looking up to him and looking up to him, and I was like, "You're like the first person I know that I've seen that's taller than Leah, and she's wearing heels today. Like, this is crazy. I don't like this." And then I took pictures with him from below so we looked the same height, and then I took
Oh
one
my
from above, and
gosh.
it's like, "Yeah, no, no, this guy's like a foot taller than me." If I gave him the camera and he held it as high as he wanted to, I couldn't get it back. Like, he just no. Reach for it. But
It's like,
no,
yeah.
like Nate was super nice and friendly, and I told him, I was like, "I can't trust anything you review because you make everything sound great." He's like, "I really appreciate that." And I was like, "It's not flattery. It's if anything, it's criticism.
Yeah,
Stop.
and it's
Leave
also
some talent
honesty.
for other people to pick up."
And I just like how every video he's done, it's always the same bass. It's nothing new, no boutique. It's just the same old Squire made in China classic vibe jazz bass. And it's just like,
Oh, the guy
yes.
from Bass Buzz?
Yeah, bass buzz.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
yeah, absolutely, 100%. Gentle Giants, both of them actually, because
Yeah.
I'd always see that guy, Bass Buzz, at the RKM booth, because
Oh,
I think RKM. That's me assuming. I think RKM made him a custom bass, because he was like, talk like when I was overhearing them talking about like a bass that they were like gonna make, and it was like a jazz bass 5 string, I think, or 4 string. I don't know. I was just very like, wasn't really completely focused over there, but I was just kind of like doing my own thing, but just overhearing little bits and pieces. But I remember the first year going at the RKM booth. One of the basses that I actually played ended up being a bass that Yannick Jizwalda, whatever his last name is, I'm butchering his last name. Um, he had bought, and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy!" Like I played the bass before it was sold to him, so I was like, "Really cool." The double P, um, relict blue P bass, double P
hmm.
bass. So I thought that was really cool, and I was like, "Wow, I got to play his bass before he bought it." Yeah, but going back into the whole man, I feel like we lost our conversation. We just kept going on and start talking about bases and other things of people at
It's
Nam.
almost like that's
Like,
what we hoped for.
I do have a question though, because there's a base that I have been in the market for. I wouldn't say gas, but curiosity. Your Spectre NS Dimension 5. How do you like it? Because I've
I
been
love
wanting
it.
that for the metal band that I'm playing for,
I
and
had been wanting the red forever, ever since I
okay.
saw it. I've wanted the red since I saw the purple one at NAMM last year when
Mm.
they asked if I wanted to play it, and I was like, "No." You don't
Oh,
want to do that to that poor
oh
bass.
no.
Um, and then but then you brought that Ibanez with the curve body, and it was the only bass beyond mine that I played at Bass House, and I really liked that curve. So I was like,
Yep.
hmm. So
Yeah.
I kept looking into it, and it sucks because I had one of these that I found on Reverb. I was going to do a trade with the guy, and what we did was I paid for the bass so he could send it to me, and then he was going to buy a bass from me, and I was going to break even.
Yeah, that's good.
Um, but it was insured, and it was all like not a him sending me a base and I never send him something and now he's out. Well, he took it to the UPS store, dropped it off, they scanned it that it was ready to go, and then it never moved. So like a week later, I'm messaging him, he's messaging, getting a hold of UPS, and UPS is like, we don't know. It whatever. Who knows? So apparently, my best guess is someone noticed a very tall, wide, instrument-shaped box and walked off with it. That's my only guess. Like, I don't know how at a UPS store something that size gets lost. Like,
Yeah, and then you
it's
have
not
cameras
like,
in there too. Wow.
huh?
And you have cameras there too, so it's like, come on.
Well, either way, UPS did the investigation and he'd insured it for what the purchase price was, if not, I don't know, maybe more, I don't know. And
Okay.
he ended up getting paid out, but I was supposed to get a base without cost, and then that didn't happen. And when I looked, no one had the red. I asked Spectre at NAM, like, do you have any? They're like, no, we don't have any of that
Oh,
series because they're remaking the Dimension series under the Icon series. So it'll probably be a bolt on multi scale 37 to 34, and probably just to cut costs of not having to be through body, all that good stuff.
yeah.
So hopefully the price will be lower because you can still find them retail, but they're over 2 grand. So
Still is. Yep.
I ended up finding that one at a really good price, and ended up like a week before I found it at a good price, someone sent me a really fair offer on my close, and the folks at Close are supposed to be making a headless for me to review, and I'll probably send it around to everybody. But they're supposed to be making it for me. So unlike last time where it was artist discount and a little less because it was a damaged neck.
Hmm.
Um, this time, Tim said he was just going to make one for me and send it, but they've been having some supply problems, so it's been delayed. But they're supposed to send me one of the new ones with their new EMG pickups because they just partnered with them. So I was like, I'm going to still have a 5 string close. It'll be their headless design, so I don't need both. Um, so I sold the other one basically for the price. I think I made like 50 bucks in total to get this one, and I love it. Like, it has the fluence in it, so it has a really interesting and articulate sound. It's very comfortable, like both the body and the neck. Now, of course, it's a 5 string, it's a Spectre, it has head dive, but
Nice.
I swapped out the tuners for the Goto Resolites, like the 350 or whatever the model is,
Yeah.
that are like the ultralights from Hipshot. They're the
Hmm.
smallest and lightest of the ones that they sell, and it helped a decent bit. I mean, it was probably, I would say the combined weight would be somewhere between 50 and 200 grams. Like, I don't have a precise scale, but
Yeah.
like, if you held all five in each hand, you could tell that there
Oh,
was a
yeah.
discernible difference. So the Resolites have helped a lot. Um, and I'll say this, I've taken every bass I own and played them at church. Like, I played my let me figure out how this camera thing works. There we go. I played my GOC at church today. Like, that's the bass
Okay.
I played today at church.
Nice.
No one makes comments anymore except, "Is that a new bass?" That's the question I get. The people in the band are like, "Is that a new have I seen that bass before?" I don't know. I play bass at church every other week, and I've gotta get through all of them. So maybe a year ago you saw this bass. I don't know if I had it, but like they all loved the Spectre. Like every
Yeah.
person was like, that bass sounds great. And it look like the other guy who plays bass goes, you got a bass that looks like a bass. Good job. Leave the other ones at home. Bring this one.
Oh
So,
man, true testimony right there.
well, he exclusively plays a 5-string Fender Jazz. So
Ah.
it's like this looks like a bass, this shape, as
Right.
opposed to anything else that I have.
Yeah, all
So
the other headlesses.
yeah, pretty much. Well, hey,
Yeah.
the ding wall's not headless.
Yeah,
The
true.
bongo,
Hey.
well, you can't see the bongo.
Oh, you
Hold
still have
on.
the bongo.
The
Very cool.
bongo's not
Ah,
headless, but they
very
said it
nice.
looks ugly, so they don't care.
I mean, it's a very controversial base.
Toilet
Just
base.
like just like the Harley Benton MSB ones that I reviewed last year. Still yeah, one of the controversial bases, which I think Leia is supposed to be reviewing that base pretty soon cuz
Oh,
she
the
bought one.
the 5-string multi-scale?
Yeah, the Harley Benton
Yeah,
one.
she had to wait because her first one got broken in shipping.
I saw the pictures, man. I'm like, how
Yeah.
can they recklessly just
She
do
she
that?
has a bass she has a bass that she's gonna send me. And then she asked me, she goes, "Hey, when I send you this one, you want a broken bass? Because I've got the Harley." She's like,
Oh, that's cool.
she goes, "The neck's still good. Maybe you can get someone to make you a body." And I was like, I'm gonna friggin' put some 2 by
Wow.
4s to it and screw the thing back together and just be like, here you go.
Yeah. I was gonna say, wow, for
Frankenbenton right here.
yeah, Franken Benton. Which, funny enough, speaking of Harley Benton, that new Base the World signature bass, I was actually close.
$800.
I was close to actually like doing a live review of watching the video of the review of the bass. So like me live streaming, me watching the review of
Review
said bass.
section.
Yeah, pretty much review of a review, and kind of put my 2 cents on it. And I was like, it's a good idea, but I'm like, it might start some internet drama that I don't want to be a part of, even though I'm not really starting to start drama. It's just more of a personal opinion because obviously in the internet, everyone's got opinions, and if someone is going to get butthurt over it, then get off the
You don't
internet.
want Gregor coming for you.
Oh, I mean,
Comes
I
all the
think
way across the
I was gonna
ocean to
say,
get you.
I think years ago, I think I left a comment in one of his videos because someone had mentioned about the dimension or the nut width of the neck, and this was me, like maybe around 2022, and I mentioned in the comments because someone said, "What's the neck width about it?" And I just told him straight up, "Oh, it's kind of like a P bass feel because it was like 1.625." And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of like more of a like a P bass neck feel." And he comments on my comment. He's all like, no, that's not right. It's like jazz bass. And I'm like, oh man, he kind of came down hard on that comment. But reading things could come off differently.
Oh yeah.
But I just thought, oh, that's pretty interesting. He commented on my comment on a comment. And I was like, oh, okay. And but yeah, I just kind of wanted to say my own like I guess my review on his signature bass. And I just thought technically the price of the bass is more of the Klopman pickups, which actually sound really good. I was impressed by them. It actually made me want to go out and source the pickups and put them on a Squire jazz bass that I have and call it a day because that sound really good. I think they sound way better than the Fralin pickups I have currently, which they say to be the true 60s sound. But I think the Klopmans are the definition of the true 60s sound, and
Hmm.
I was just like so amazed of the pickups. But that was it, just the pickups. Everything
Like,
else
I
on the Harley
liked the
Benton
flame
bass,
neck, that looked really cool.
yeah,
Like, I
yeah,
looked at all of it, and honestly, as soon I didn't know what the price was, and then as he was, finishing the, like, "You can look and click the affiliate links below," and I was like, "Okay, cool." So I click it, and it pulls up, and I was like, "No, I'm in the US." $800
yeah, and
for
it's
a
not even including
4-string,
the
and
yeah,
there's no
not including tariffs.
5-string, and I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
pay, like, $150 in tariffs. No, I'm
I
good.
know. It's
If it
at
had
this
been
point, yeah,
if the stance on it was like, I'd pay $800 to get it to me and it was a 5-string, I might have ordered one if my
okay,
wife would have let
yeah.
me. But, like so I've been given permission to get a single, like, I was given permission for a single bass at a certain price point, and like she'll let me do that. And I was not going to use a good chunk, if not most all, depending on tariffs and everything else, to get
Yep.
a Harley Benton face the world. No, no, was not. If they still had their US store where it was like, "Hey, I can get it, I can return it to them if something's wrong," maybe. But, like, my my secret hope is the Flame Instruments titanium is the one that I end up getting to keep. But who knows? You may end up deciding, "Heck with this Spectre," and that's the one you want for your metal band. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was just curious about it. Like I've heard mixed reviews of saying, "Oh, like the first 3 frets were hard to access," or things like that. But I mean, it just sounded amazing. Like I don't know about comfortability over time, but it's like as long as it sounds good and it produces what I need, I think that's right there is worth it. But I was like, it's kind of expensive. I was close to purchasing one that was for 1,200 on Reverb, and I had the
Not
money
bad.
too. I was like, let me just wait the next day. That way I can like wait for my paycheck so that I'm not having to just be at a very interesting balance on my checking account because I actually want some kind of money after I
Yeah,
drop a lot of money for a base. And it was gone. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's just not meant to be. I wasn't sad or anything. I was like, all right, I guess it wasn't meant to be. So I just
yeah,
went on and dumped a half of the income that I was supposed to put on the Spectre on the Yamaha instead, and I couldn't be happier with the Yamaha. I haven't I haven't brought it to the rehearsal yet for me to like kind of get a final assessment, but it sounds good. Like playing it out
is the
over
Yamaha a
yeah
34 or a 35?
35.
Hmm.
Yeah, the 5 string one. I got the teal colored one, which funny enough, on photos it looks teal, but in person it just kind of looks like a dark finish.
Hmm.
Which I'm like, oh, I mean, it's fine. It's no big deal. I mean, I half of the reason I bought the base was because of the color, but like, if it's gonna look black, yeah, it's fine, fine by me. I have no issues. It's just kind of like that catfish moment where it's like, oh, you look like that in person. I mean, you sound
Yeah.
good, so yeah, why not?
Bully says, "Yo, I asked what happened." He was the
Oh,
one who kept popping in and out, and then he said it just
oh,
he said he couldn't join. I think he was trying to use his phone and it just kept kicking it out.
oh. I think he was watching WrestleMania.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think yeah, this weekend is WrestleMania, but it's garbage. WrestleMania is garbage this year.
What's going on, everybody?
What
I
up?
don't know what's going on. I would have been on here an hour ago, but I can't hear anyone or
Oh my
anything.
gosh. Can you not hear me now?
Is this the Verizon guy? Can you hear me now?
That's it. If
Yeah.
he speak,
Oh, I think he's trying to get his setups
I
going.
just want to talk bass. I
Oh.
just want to talk bass, and I can't do it.
Well, you can talk. The problem is you can't hear. Oh, and he's gone.
we we can talk, but he can't bass right now. I mean, he can bass, but he just can't bass right now.
He could bass and we could listen, but he can't get any feedback.
I
My
wish I can
wife and
bass. I
I
don't have my basses on me.
my wife and I were talking to you saying about the Verizon guy. I want to know that the person at Sprint who came up with the idea of getting the original Verizon guy to be their spokesman after his non-compete ended. I want to know that person got a promotion or a bonus
Yeah.
because that was one of the
I
most
yeah.
brilliant PR moves ever.
It is. And I don't sprint anymore, but I went back to Verizon, but I no longer sprint, but um I mean, that was good marketing though, not gonna lie. It's kind of
Yeah,
like having the progressive lady go to like a different like auto
yeah,
insurance, like State Farm, and you're just like, whoa, like 180
yeah.
moment.
You just imagine that you're watching a State Farm commercial and it's like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Flo shows up. Hi guys.
Right?
How'd you get here?
Dang. Exactly. Yeah, marketing is freaking brilliant. Oh, going back a while back to your whole video layout of um of how you demonstrate bases, and obviously the
Mm,
bass lines are the generic ones. I'm starting to scale back into that realm too, because after taking a year off, it's made me realize, yeah, you could play these cool intricate bass lines, you could play this cool like originals, but I don't think it'll really resonate or connect with people that are barely learning, or even barely picking up the instrument, or even someone that's looking for an instrument that's a beginner, especially if you're reviewing a beginner bass, said for example Squire or Sire. I'm just putting them in there as the beginner racket because most people, which is funny enough, a lot of people that go online in forums, they always mention those two brands, Squire and Sire, and they're always like, okay, which one is the best? Which one is like good for my style? And it's like it's always between those two instruments, Squire or Sire. And then obviously there's going to be that one old person that says Fender, but it's like always those two brands, Squire and Sire. And
Like
so,
Bully's little head twitch, like, I like Fender. Maybe I'm the old guy. I don't know.
I'm
no, but
pretty
like
sure I'm the oldest
yeah,
person on here right now. So yeah, I'll agree to that.
yeah, and like there's no shame in playing beginner bass lines like Seven Nation Army and all that because like that also helps people to connect. Okay, this is what a bass line should sound like in a bass, not just some like, all right, I'm gonna hear this guy do slap for like 2 minutes straight, or I'm gonna just hear this guy just whittling around like a bunch of notes that are
I'm
not
pretty sure
distinct.
I'm hearing that my content is better than yours, Bully. That's what I'm hearing. Playing the
Not even.
generic, bare
Oh
bones,
my
basic
gosh.
intro, not slapping. We're hearing that Sono would rather watch my
No,
style than
that
yours.
was
That's
definitely a shot to me,
Oh
and
my gosh.
we'll talk about that later, I guess.
I mean, I'm not like, I mean, I haven't done
No,
content in a
don't get
year.
scared now. You said what you said with your chest.
I haven't
Stand
done
up.
content in a year. So I'm having to like watch as an audience perspective now that I kind of got away from being a content creator for a while. I took a break and kind of seeing it in the consumer side. I'm like, I can understand the frustration of some people that go on comments saying, all this guy does is slap, or I can only hear the bass within like 4 minutes of the video. And it's like, I get it. People just want it fast. They don't want like a streamline of, all right, I'm going to talk about the bass for 3 minutes. And then now here's the playing. I don't know.
I
It's
mean,
just
I
very
will say
interesting.
this, Base the World have like one of the most interesting video setups where it's like, hi, I'm going to tell you about this bass. Let me get a world-class musician to play it for 20 seconds. Okay, now it's back to
Right.
me. Hey, look at this bass. It's got knobs. Here's someone else. Here's the same guy. He's going to play something else. Okay, cool. Wasn't that nice? Hey, go buy this through an affiliate link so we keep our channel open. Okay, bye.
But
Bye.
Pretty much.
also, that's what social media influencing is. I don't know the
Yeah.
context of why you said what you're saying right now, because I've been trying to get in here for the past hour, but that's what social media kinda is. It's a platform in which to sell.
Yeah. That's what I
Like
mean. Like the fact that
I
you
don't
can
do
watch
this
a
for
Base the World video and it's 4 or 5 minutes long. You get information, you get to see what someone who's really good can do with it. And then it's like, there you go, bye. And then I'll talk for 10, 15 minutes and people go, why didn't you play it? Because you would think the bass sucked if I played it. You'd be like, oh God, don't get one of those.
Yeah.
that's a different way to look at the same situation. So I do understand that and I do agree with that. Um that being said, having somebody give you a snippet of their talent with the thing that they're trying to push onto you, that also has to be appreciated. And then we live in an Instagram, TikTok culture, and they're not going to be there for a whole
Yeah.
45 seconds. So you have to
Yeah.
take that into account too. Really, this is a long and short, and I'll shut up. People don't know what they want until they see it and they want it, right? So the best thing you can do is present whatever you're thinking in your way and then allow base talk to slash you loose. That's the
So
best you can ever do.
they can see how a beginner plays when they watch mine, and then they can
Yeah.
watch Bully slap for 2 minutes and hear what the bass is supposed to sound like. It's great. It's a hierarchy of reviews. That's what we
Number
have.
number one, there's been no situation where I slap a bass for 2 minutes. Let's get that started.
Hold on
Okay.
now. You if I actually had, viewers, someone would go in there and find a video and combine. I'm sure you've done 2 minutes of slap in a video combined.
If I did 2 minutes of slapping the video is because I clipped it for a short. Let's be real.
Yeah, normally it's 10 minutes he slaps on a bass, not
Oh,
two. He clips it to a 2 minute.
yeah, I get the nastiest ones. Yeah. Yeah. I can't say you're wrong, But
I'm gonna
also,
find your
I don't like
F10 video and time how long you're slapping in that F10
number
video. What do
one.
you?
Do it. That's content right there.
Right there it is.
And then I'll retort.
I'll do like Sono was saying earlier, how he was gonna talk about the base, the world base. It'll be me doing a review of Bully's review. We're gonna get the timer up here
Yeah, I
on
was
how
actually really
long.
close.
Then Bully can do
I
a
was
review of my review of his review, and then Sono can do a review of Bully's review of my review of Bully's review.
Yeah, like I was really close to reviewing Base the World's base review of his signature base and just kind of calling out some things. I'm like, okay, so it's
What's
$800 because of the pickups, but you're also manufacturing the wood and all that. But it's
but what's wrong with that?
yeah,
You're given an objective view, and you may approach something in a way somebody hasn't thought about. So
right.
there's
Like
nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
It's just a circle. It's
exactly. Yeah, and it's
also,
also
let me say this. I'm not against it.
hell yeah, yeah. Because I actually
You
have
you take one of my videos where I'm slapping, I lose myself because I do lose myself in videos. You say, hey Bully, send me this video. I'll send you the raw footage and you can pick it apart and then let me retort. And then you can retort my retort. And then hell, bring me on.
We'll all be
The
completely retorted.
BASSics volume
honestly,
73 or something. And then that could be a
honestly,
thing.
this could be the best storyboard to pitch to WWE, and we can like make this a triple handicap match.
Don't do that, man. That's why I didn't pop in here earlier, because I had to watch that Obafemi Brock Lesnar. Let's not do it.
Okay,
This isn't the platform.
you can tell me who won because I already have my bet of who won. Like, actually,
Who?
are who?
Who?
Oh, not Brock Lesnar.
Are you,
Not Brock Lesnar.
there's no way he would. There's no way he can.
Yeah.
There's no way he can. Unless they were gonna send Oba to SummerSlam for the rematch. Will not tell you who won.
Damn. Okay then. I wasn't gonna watch WrestleMania. I was really
To
avoiding
Google.
it. I'm like, this doesn't look good this year. I'm like, I can sit out. And sure enough, people are like hating on the first night. I'm
Yeah,
like,
day one was crazy. Day one was mid. Day two was what I thought was going to be the thing. I'm sorry for changing the podcast from
I'm
base
just
to
confused because I haven't watched wrestling since probably 2006, 2007, and you're saying days worth of WrestleMania, and I remember when it was a few hours. So
I remember that too.
it's
And
all sorts of fun.
honestly, stick to that time capsule. Stick to that time capsule.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was good.
when you never want to meet your heroes, you also need to value your memories.
But I've
because they're
already
core
met
memories.
you and Sono.
That too.
Disappointed. Damn it.
Elliot
Okay.
wasn't
No.
disappointed. I'll say
I
that.
know that's a cute kid, man. That's my dude, man.
Down
That's
at
my dude.
Nashville, Elliot was so excited he got to meet Bully. And then
Man.
for weeks it was, we're gonna go base house with Bully again. And it's like, if you say so. Don't know when you got a job and you're getting all of this paid for, but sure.
He's the cutest kid. I didn't know what to do with him. And then I was like, is there a way I should be? I should be away. Should I? No, let's just let him do the thing. And then he did his thing and then he walked away. And I was like, that was a nice interaction. All right.
Well, that's good. At least it wasn't something wrong.
No, man. I really love the kids.
Don't clip that. Don't clip that out somewhere.
Nah, not even. We're in good context here.
Yeah, I have
Kids plus.
I have sons.
I was gonna say, exactly. So it'd be different if you didn't have kids.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yes.
way different.
Give me your
Okay.
children.
No, let's move on. Okay, so
Bully, have you played a Sire Dimension? Or not the Sire, the Spectre Dimension?
Yeah.
multi-scale
I
Spectre.
I have played it. I didn't like how close the bottom of the neck was to the top of the neck, in that
Uh,
I was buzzing out on the upper register or the lower registers.
that was the one other complaint I heard about those basses too. That and the far reach of the first three frets because of
I
the
also, at the
multi-set.
time I played it, I was probably like 80 pounds heavier, so I had stomach, right? And it didn't fit my body profile. I much rather it be a flat profile and
Oh,
actually have some
this is a
meat.
I
this is a maternity base right here. It's got the curve for that right there. See that? Look at that.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, yeah, it works. It works. But like I'm used to a certain thing, so I can position my body and it's not unnatural. So whenever I played it, it sounds great when I'm sitting down, but when I'm playing, because I it didn't for my maybe my strap was weird. Whenever I was holding it up, it kept doing this number. Y'all looking? So whenever I played it, I would, this is right hand, this is left hand. It kept doing this number. And
Oh,
I'm
trying to
not used
fold
to,
over.
yeah, I'm not used to this. I'm used to a flat surface and it slopes off the tummy. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is where we are. Cool. So I haven't really found a Spectre that I really rock with. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They sound great. You farting. What you doing?
Oh, he's a fart in the B string.
That's pretty. That's a pretty bass though.
Is that better?
Yeah. No, cause like I was talking to him about it, cause it was a toss up between that bass or the Yamaha BB735. I ended up going for the
Yamaha.
BB735. Yeah, I ended up going with
Yamaha.
that one instead.
Yeah.
But that was for pure luck because the bass I was gonna buy like literally the day of when I got the funds for it. I was gonna buy it on Reverb for like $1,200. It sold, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll just get the BB735 instead and save some
Mhm.
money on that. So I ended up pretty much pocketing half of what I dropped, for the Spectre basically. So I got that.
Yeah.
Got myself a couple of strings for the 5 string bass, and I was going to town. I love it. It's one of the great basses I own. I actually want to
So
modify the preamp.
okay. Did you already talk about it?
Oh, I didn't review it yet. I want to though, but I already
No.
got
Did
plans.
did you talk about what you want to mod it with?
Oh, no, not yet. No, but it's between two right now.
You don't want
It's
to tell?
between. Sure.
You don't
The first.
you don't want to talk about?
No, yeah, sure. The first one is the
It's a
Trickfish
secret.
IPA, and the second one is a Aguilar OBP.
Okay. How do you
Trickfish
feel about the
preamp
tone hammer?
and pickups.
Nah,
How do you
pickups.
feel about the preamp? The tone hammer
Um,
preamp?
Oh, the Tone Hammer preamp? I honestly haven't had experience with a Tone Hammer preamp. Maybe the pedal version, but I'd have to revisit that again because it's been quite a few years.
Yamaha with an Aguilar situation. Are you playing Africa's I'm Black?
Sure. It's the only song I know the whole way through, but sure. Okay. I really, what it is I hate vampires. And I'm trying to kill off all of them on one continent.
Is that Africa? I've never seen
If
an
you
all
bless
black.
the rains,
I've never seen an
you
all
bless the
black vampire
rains.
movie. Okay, that's Vampire in Brooklyn. That's a lot.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there's that.
Hmm.
Wesley Snipes plays Blade. He's black too.
Yeah, he's not, but he's not the only black one though.
That's true. His
His
mom was black
his
too.
mom,
Yeah.
right? But everybody else was white in that movie. They played house music.
Ah,
Yeah,
see,
man.
there's a
I
reason for
figured you'd
sinners.
rather I play something like Africa than I start playing Tool. So I didn't do that.
Play what you
I
want.
was I was being nice. and not playing it. So there's that.
Okay, I'll shut up. Don't. That's not an introduction for you to freaking play it. Why are you so aggressive with the pulls?
Yes. Because
No,
yes,
it's highly inefficient.
Gotta be
Maybe I'm
lucky.
old now.
just like me. He's going to tell us to play a Fender next.
No, I'm not. I'm not. If you want to play Fender, if that's what you're into, do what you're into. I actually like Sire. That's my. That would be my go-to. I'm probably gonna give me a.
I like how you say that because I'm the complete opposite. Like I went full
You
Sire
don't
to
like
where
Sire?
I do not like them anymore. I want to make a video about it actually, but that's gonna be until I come back. So that's gonna be a whole can of worms. I'm gonna stir the internet about that one for sure.
Okay, so
Yeah, clickbait and everything. I'm done with Sire.
so here's a peek behind the curtain, and then it might my feeling might be justified. Maybe I'm not sure you play. Did I bring my bass to Bass House? Did you play the BTK file?
I don't think so. No,
Okay, so basically
You
what
brought
I
it
did,
close.
that's right. I
yes,
brought the clothes.
yes. So what I ended up doing was whenever I was getting my bass customized, designed, and built, I sent the Sire P my Sire P7 as the template. So they basically spec'd it out and then changed the compositions. So like rather than go with like a alder body, went with like a pine or some type of composite body, and then mix the Jatoba and the purple heart string neck type deal, and then send it in there like that. That, but the reason why I fell in love with it is because initially, it's one of my biggest videos on my channel. Bully the Kid, by the way. Uh,
Because there's
it
someone
did.
here who doesn't know your channel but knows mine.
Well, I mean, we don't know what the internet's going to do. You can explode because of this. Because he just said that he's done with Sire.
That's right. Clip that.
Clip that.
I like how we both had that in mind.
Yeah. And that's a peek behind the curtain. I like how the P7 felt, still feels good. Here is something that I need to tell you. I've had two Sire. I've had the V7 and the P7 for probably 7 years now, 8 years now. The electronics are starting to fail, like scratchy on the potentiometers for the first 3 minutes. You got to do the whole potentiometer trash trick to make it stop scratching type of deal. It's happening now. The only ones that don't do that have been modified with other products. So I have the vintage V7 that I put an Ardare preamp in. I stand behind Ardare. Ardare
That's right.
is
Rest in peace.
solid, boy.
Rest in peace.
And then the next one is the one that Lob modified, the EMG joint, the M2 EMG. I think it's over there. It's right there, actually. Yeah. So as far as quality of product over time, it does dwindle, but the general feel of the bass and how everything is set up feels good and feels the same to me. That's and the platform of the P7 is what I ended up creating my BTK5, and then so Mabel and Goldie, both of those bases are built off of that platform. Now, them being crazy electronics is completely me, but the feel and setup, heft of the bass is built off of that platform.
Yeah, that's
Do you
pretty
still
cool.
have that cherry of a bass that you brought in bass hang last time? You didn't get rid of it, did you?
Which one?
Oh, that's crazy. That's a flex that you said which one.
Are you talking
Uh
about? I'm guessing you mean the one everyone loved, which was his Antigua.
yes.
Oh, yeah, I still have that. Out of all the bases I purged last year, yeah, I kept that one.
You still have the Ibanez?
No, actually, sad story about that one. The Because it's a neck through, the first two frets had like a hump that you can't fix, and I was like, damn,
Hmm.
this sucks. So what ended up happening was I was gonna keep it to just beat it more often, like just as a beater bass. But I was like, no, I
Just
can't
beat it.
because it's just one of those
Just beat
basses that after setup, it still gives you that ridiculous buzzing. So I was like, ah, fuck it. So I just went on Facebook Marketplace and I said, hey, here's all the issues. I can't fix it. If you want to play it as is, go for like 300 bucks. Guy jumped on it. Is like, oh, I don't care about it. I just care that it has EMGs. I'm like, okay, cool. 300 bucks. Sold it to him, and I was like, yeah. So sad because I want that to be a replacement for a Spectre bass, which is why I'm looking into a Spectre now, because I wanted to replace the Ibanez that I had because I really loved it. It was one of the greatest basses I ever played because of that contour and the fact that it had was an Ibanez. I thought that was really cool, but hardly ever come across any of those in the market or in the wild. And it's just one of those instruments where it's like, dang, if it wasn't for those inconsistencies or that issue that came up, I still would have kept it. But it
You
happens.
think it might be a bass that got away because you sold it? Because I have like two
No,
basses that's like that for me.
not really. If it was in pretty good shape overall, yeah, I would have kept it, and it probably would have been the bass that got away. But the bass for me that got away was a medium scale Aria Pro, and it was a P bass, medium scale.
Mm.
And I was like, whoa, this is really cool. It felt nice for the price for like around 400 bucks at the time in 2022. It was great, great sounding bass. Yeah, I wish I didn't sell it. Um, it would have been a really cool medium P bass, medium scale P bass. But yeah, I think that's probably the only bass I would regret letting go. Cause I was telling Travis like I had 15 basses. Now I only have three. That's it, just three. And
Hmm.
yeah, that's actually a video I'm going to be spinning on when I come back. It's going to be like, yeah, I went from this amount to this much. And honestly, out of all the basses I sold, I actually don't miss them. I don't. I do not miss
When I
them.
when I when I dwindle my bases that I think are like hella important, I think I'm probably at 3-2. The first bass I ever had, four string Roadstar 2, and then my two name state basses. Everything I like, I love everything I got, but like, you know what it is? They're in the middle. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Like they're in the middle. When you see me, you see it every time. You may not know it, but they're there every single time. It's
Yeah.
my foundation. And sorry, girls. I love y'all. Y'all cold. Ooh, 4.
Ah.
I ain't getting rid of her.
Oh hell yeah.
The
That's
Big
right. You
L.
can't get rid of that. Hell no. Uh-uh.
That's another namesake base. I can't get rid of
Yeah.
it.
That's you.
And Lob sold it to me for a stupid deal. Stupid deal. Man, no. Ain't no way. I might play it next week at church. Thursday. I gotta bring her out.
Heck yeah.
How your strings, son? Oh, still fresh strings. Oh,
It's game. It's game for Thursday. Let's go.
where's my gator case at?
But yeah, that was
Oh,
my favorite.
oh, it's on.
Get you a
Ooh, I
gator
might
case.
actually.
Wear some Crocs. You'll have all of the old fashioned
Infinity
40
stones,
millimeter
man. Gotta
range.
have it. Gotta
Yeah.
have it.
That's
I
right.
need
You'll
to
be like
do.
J Lo.
I need to do a pitch where I'm like, hey, give me some pop songs to cover, and then run this bad boy because this is crazy.
I still
This is
need to reach
crazy.
out to them because yeah, they look sick. Off-beat
That's
are
wild.
actually really, yeah. I want to buy
Bully
one of
could
those
holler
things.
and see about doing what we've been doing and just send one around to all of
Yeah,
us. And then
I'd
we
like to
could
try a
all
purple
try.
one.
Maybe
Do you want to? Do you want
maybe
to play
with
Hammer?
green strings. Who knows?
I would like to play an offbeat bass. It'd be dope. And
Really?
kind of get a get a reference of it, get a feel after I gig it at a live show, and be like, yeah, you know what, this could actually be a really
Okay.
gig worthy bass. Yeah, especially playing
Okay.
a medium
I
scale.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It's a 32 5 string. So
Oh yeah.
Hamel, or my Joker bass. He named him. He named her Hamel. Yeah,
I have a
she's
solid
older.
place in the Bully the Kid mythos, if for no other reason.
Yeah, man. You the Chinese dude in Doctor Strange. You're important.
uh,
We know about you, but we don't
You
know why.
mean so if you're talking about it now though in the canonical universe, that makes me the Sorcerer Supreme.
oh,
Just saying.
the Sorcerer Supreme.
Where's your reference?
Because they flat say it in the Doctor Strange movie. Because the America, whenever she gets there through the multiverse, she's like, "Wait, you're not the Sorcerer Supreme?" And then I don't remember the guy's name. It's like Cho Ho, something like that. And he's like, "No," and she's like, "Oh, in last universe, you were." And then he's like, "So I get to be the Sorcerer Supreme. You just happen to have, the
What you
stone."
just told me is you're Bizarro. That's what you just told me.
Oh, I've been called worse.
If I'm
I'm
Superman,
going to
or
Walmart.
even
We got. I'm going to Walmart. We got somebody else's order.
Cool.
Yeah.
ooh,
Hell yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
see what they got first, and then
Bully says, "See if we want what they sent us."
Walmart support. Then I don't even know if we're actually getting a refund, but it doesn't show anything on the side. Like it's
Better
wanting
send
me,
us a
like
refund.
wanting me to return the items.
It's fine. You can go to Walmart. I'll take care of the refund side. Don't
Yeah.
think I won't.
That's right. Or you can go to corporate because you are corporate, right?
I'm not corporate, but I do have plenty of contacts there where I can just
I
be
was
like,
gonna say,
need
you got it
this
in your
fixed.
fingertips. Like I know just the guy to call. Oh, you pissed me off. I know just the guy to call.
Well, we had a problem. Um, my church needed new iPads for we use them for controlling the monitors
Oh,
for the
nice.
singers and everybody.
Yeah.
And the iPads that we had were like old iPad fourth generations, so they couldn't update. They kept saying there's a security patch, it couldn't install it. Like a couple of them were like battery failure. Don't know what that means. Like they still
Yeah.
worked, but um, Walmart put them the new iPad 11th gens. We had them on sale for $50 off, and I was like,
dang,
I was like,
they on
we
11.
need, yeah, and we were like, well, we need
Tough
10
mark.
of them, and if they're $50 off, it's $500 that we save. Well, .com will only let you buy two at a time. So I put in 5 orders, and
Yeah,
it was like it did orders 1, 2, 3, and 4, no problem. Order 5, it's like, no.
It's like you've abused the privilege.
Well, it flagged as fraud, as if someone had
Oh.
gotten in my account, but they were all for pickup in my name at my store. So it was like, okay, fine. So I
Yeah.
go out and I go to entertainment and I was like, hey, I want to buy two of these. And then I use my Walmart pay and it denies the sale. It was like, nah, your account is
there's no way you
compromised.
want 10 Apple products. There's no way. 10 in a
So
row.
I
Eight,
call, yeah, apparently.
10 though.
I call the support line and I was like, "Hey, I'm an associate. This is all fine. I don't know what's going on." They're like, "Your account's been flagged." And I was like, "Well, it was me, so unflag it." And they're like, "Okay, 7 to 10 business days." I was like,
Ah.
7 to 10 business days to confirm that I am me. I was like, do you want my Walmart identification number? Like, what do you want for me to prove that I'm me? Like, I work for the company. So it's not like it's a customer who's calling and is like, no, I promise that was me. And you're like, we need to confirm. Like,
Yeah, it's
you could
not.
literally call the store's corporate number. I will be the one who answers the phone. Hughes Human Resources, that's me. And they were like, yeah, we're real sorry. And I was like,
Here's the,
so
here's the thing.
what?
You could have been like, call human resources
Well, and I was like, so here's the
right
thing.
now.
I was like, I
What's your name?
understand.
Where do you work for?
Well, I didn't pull any of that. I turned around, and here's the thing though, because karma, whatever you want to call it, turns around. I'm like, hey, I understand there's nothing you can do. Like, this would be the same thing as if someone at my service desk can't do something. I was like, I'm going to ask the question, is it worth it for me to talk to like a customer service manager or any of that? And they're like, the account's flagged for fraud. Fraud's an offline team. You can't speak to them. I was like, I understand. I said, so just to make sure I can purchase 8. The other 2, because if you purchase them on .com, they're $50 cheaper. I'd have to go to my store and purchase them, but it's going to cost me an extra $100. And the lady was like, yes, if that's what you want to do, if you don't want to wait, then that's fine. You could definitely do that. And I was like, okay, if it's that big a deal, time weighs, then I'll spend the extra 100. That's fine. I hang up, and it's a few minutes later, and I have a thought, and I was like, well, wait a minute. What if I do the order in the store, give them the order number? Maybe they could do a partial refund of the $50 per iPad. Should be fine. I'll just pay with my card. Maybe they can link it to the account, whatever. And I call back, and the person's like, yeah, we wouldn't be able to do that because it's, a store purchase. You'd have to purchase it online. I was like, cool. Can you help me make the purchase? And they're like, no, because your account's, flagged. And I was like, okay, cool. I get off the phone. It's like 2 hours later, I get a phone call, and all it says is Walmart with no number. So they're calling from, the corporate side. So, and it's just 1-800 Walmart, like it's a secret number or something. It has it hidden. So I answer, it's the rep who I talked to first. She goes, sir, I wanted to let you know, I went ahead and sent a message to my supervisor, and you're purchasing these big purchases. We really appreciate it. So I'm going to do a partial refund off one of your existing orders so you could go to your store and make that purchase. And I was like, cool, I appreciate it. And I'm, expecting $50 or $100, whatever. She sends back like $230 because she's like, I'm really sorry that your account's flagged. And I'm really concerned that like it might not let you use your Apple Pay, which I can see you use to like buy lunch every day. So she's like, the money's going to go back to your credit card. Like, we're not doing it as like a gift card. So I end up getting almost one iPad for free. And then I went to my store and just bought the other 2. And then it ended up still, taxes and all, ended up saving the church like $50 that way. So I was like, hey, here you
listen,
go.
God is good.
All the time.
I was waiting for it. I'm like,
I'm black, baby. Understand what that is.
I'm blessed.
Blessed and well favored.
Hey, come on now, Pasty. I see you out here. All right. Yeah.
My wife sent me a thing the other day. It was, I'm trying to remember his name. Is it Preacher Lawrence? I think he's a comedian who does a lot of that stuff. And he was talking on one, and she sent me one, which, like, Sono, you've not met my wife, but she has some particulars in her mental state. And she sent it. She's like, I really love this. And it's him standing on the, he's standing up on stage. He goes, my grandma always told me there's 2 things you got to worry about. Whether you sick, whether you healthy.
Oh, you talking about bow tie. Yeah.
Well, that's normally me at work, but yeah.
Yeah, I forget his name. It's black
not
dude.
Preacher, I don't think.
No,
Yeah,
he's a comedian.
But
he
he's
does
like,
church content.
It's whether you sick or whether you healthy. If you're healthy, got nothing to
Ain't
worry
got
about.
nothing to worry about.
But if you sick, You got two
You got
things.
two things you got to worry about.
Whether you're going to get better, whether
Or if you're not.
whether you get worse.
If you're going
You
to
get
get better,
we got nothing to
you
worry
ain't
about.
got nothing to worry about.
But if
But
you
if
get
you get
worse,
worse,
you got two things. Either you live or you die. If you live, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you
If you
die,
die, got two things. Whether you go to heaven, whether you go to hell. If you go to heaven, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you got two things. Original or extra crispy. That's the two things you got to worry about.
I don't want to take your thunder, but that was very well done.
Dot sends it, and she's like,
awesome.
Dot sends it. She's like, I really like this.
It's
Now
funny, dude.
I was like, you
Yeah.
like it because he compartmentalized. You only got two things to worry about. That's the only thing. You don't have to
Exactly.
worry about all the other anxiety. One of my favorite things that I've ever seen was anxiety is just I'm trying to remember how they worded it. Anxiety is just conspiracy theories you tell yourself about yourself. It's like, what if this happens? What if I did this wrong? Like you're just making up stuff that to tell yourself that probably isn't correct or true anyway.
Yeah, but like you can't stop yourself and you can't stop it from happening. So I guess
Can't stop, won't stop.
maybe there's some. Yeah, I'll withdraw my statements because there's some truth in that. I can't stop myself from worrying about myself doing the thing that myself is doing on autopilot.
Yeah. I think that's
Like
part
losing
of
himself
living in the
slapping
moment.
for 2 minutes.
Yeah, like there's a period of time, and maybe it's my mental thing where it's like I'm doing this thing and I'm doing a thing, right? But then I like it, right? So there's a white noise space where you already don't exist because I don't know who the audience is, but I'm not even pointing at the right one. This is who I normally point to. You're not there, and it's just me having fun in my room.
You're a
And then I
camera.
snap out, and that's a legit snap out. I'm not trying to make a thing. It's literally me zoning.
Yeah.
And then be like, hey, you got some shit to do.
You're supposed to be talking about this bass, not just slapping
it's
it. Oh,
the,
wait a minute.
It's the musician's trance.
Yeah. And it feels good, man. That pocket
It
is so
does feel
warm.
good.
Pocket is so warm, and I'm nestled.
I did that on the show though when I first came back to playing music, and I realized, oh, we're actually performing, and that kind of like almost ended me because I haven't played with musicians like that in a live setting in years. And when that happened, when I was in trance, I literally played one note, and I realized the whole band stopped playing, and I was all like, oh no. But luckily, though, it was just one note. It wasn't just me kept going. Because imagine if I kept going when the whole
The song
band
ended
stopped.
10 minutes ago. Everyone has
And
left
you-
the venue.
and you-
Sono's still
Yeah.
sitting there having a good
Freaking
time.
shredded. There's groove marks in the freaking fretboard now.
Right? And then the whole band is just staring at you like, yo, we ended the song already 14 measures ago.
Yeah.
No, that didn't
Sorry.
happen though, luckily. It was just one note extra, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Just one note. I can live with that. But still, it was a good
That was
save.
your
It
bass
was-
solo that they gave you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
hell yeah.
actually.
Whole
It was
note.
a bass solo too, and they gave me a bass solo, and that was like cool. It was a cool moment because like we had rehearsed it the day of the show, so like 3 hours before the set, we were like, okay, you're
Okay.
gonna do a solo. Okay, cool. What key is it in? G minor. Got it. Locked in. Cool. Rehearsal. Good to go. Now at the show, locked in, and then I was like, I kept going, and we just looked at me like, we're gonna go back now. Oh, and then we just went back. And I was just like, dang, that felt awkward.
That measure was in 5/4 time at the end. They just didn't know.
Yeah, right.
Hey, yo, so I gotta drop off because my mom's calling me on Messenger. I didn't know she knew how to use Messenger, so I gotta see what this is about. Maybe she's
Have fun.
doing an experiment. Love y'all. Stay slappy.
Yeah.
And
For 2 minutes at least.
till next time.
Till next
Y'all
time.
be easy.
Yeah, and I realized it's 5:30 on my end too. I got
Yeah,
things on
it's
my
been
end. I
going
got
for
things to
2
do on
hours.
my end.
That's fine.
Yeah. Hey,
I just didn't
thank
want to
you
be
again
rude
for
after
having me.
Bully got here because I was planning to go for an hour, and then Bully makes it
Oh,
in. I was going to be like, well,
oh yeah,
thanks for
look at
coming, everybody. Bye.
that. So he
Our
came
whole
in and
viewer.
now we're coming out.
Yeah. Bully, we're happy you could join. And next week, when we come back, maybe you can be here for more than 2 minutes.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to try to keep it closer to well, I don't know what it is your time. It's 5:30 when I
Yeah.
started. It's
Ooh,
7:30 for me right now. So
yeah.
I'm going to try to keep it closer to that, especially because Johnny said he should be able to jump in, but sometimes I have to do driving of children. Although I could always just try to pawn that off on somebody else. But soon the oldest one will have her full license, and then I don't have to deal with it at all. I
Hey,
can
there
just
you
say,
go.
here, take the vehicle.
Nice. Take the wheel.
But so signing off, that, oh, I did it the right direction. I thought I'd gotten it wrong.
Hey,
That
I wonder if I got
is
it right. Oh, nope,
Sonojono.
that's not it.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, that's not it.
We reach behind
It's
him just a minute here.
wait, hold on. No, it's been a long time since I've done this stream, so thank you again for having me on. It's been a while. I no longer have
Every
my
week
soundboard like I
ish.
used to. I got rid of it for gear. So honestly, the best decision ever made. I sold my soundboard for a bass. So hey, you don't got to
I
forgive me
noticed
for that.
Bully didn't ask you for the effects, so
No, honestly, I ditched it because after that year hiatus of not creating content, I realized it's more of a streamer thing. I'm not a streamer. I do stream, but I'm not a streamer that I need that
yeah.
stuff. So I think I'm okay. I can sell it off for around 400
I
bucks and
still
get a base
I
out of it.
still miss your market watch. That was always a
Ah,
good time.
I do want to bring that up sometime though when I'm like more
I've
a little bit
I thought
active.
about stealing it from you, just
Hey,
being like I've done it a couple
go for
times,
it.
but it I don't have soundboard, and I'm way too lazy to just load it like on my phone and put it next to the mic.
Nah.
So, but like
Yeah.
it's much more fun to me to do a market thing when there's someone there that can give you some feedback, and like the viewership on this is very low because it's a live stream. So
Yeah.
like maybe next time that you get a chance to be on, we'll do that.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll probably be most likely next week because like technically I'm working at home temporarily since I'm doing an online course for Network Plus, which is kind of like bettering my career path in tech. So I'm kind of like at home for a good 4 month ish. So that's why I'm looking into going back into making content for YouTube again and actually being active again. And so Market Watch was one of the things I wanted to revisit. And yeah,
Sure.
go for it. Johnny Dibble did his little market series for a
Oh
bit,
yeah,
and I thought that
Judge
was really
Johnny.
cool. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. I was like, cool, kind of a good like idea that he started to come up with, and honestly, more people should do that. I know that one channel that does nothing but guitar does something like that, but it's more on like guitar, not really much bass. So I thought, yeah, honestly, I think the more the merrier. But it's kind of rough right now because of the market and how the economy is right now. But
It's
you know,
like
I
on
still do it
these.
anyway. I just
It's like
different folks,
used.
right?
You'll find
So
a Spectre Dimension used, and you'll find it for
yeah,
either 1,200 or everyone's at 1,800. It's like we took $300 off the price because it's used. Nah, those are your choices. You get a good deal, or they're all the same. And they're not making them, so there's not more until used
yeah,
comes through. So, but yeah. So again, in sign off, that is man, myth, legendary driver Mario Andretti on the wrong way of the one way.
yeah.
Sonojono should be making his triumphant return at some point. Go find his channel. I'm sure you already have it. If you found me, you should have already seen his way before now. But there you go. You want to say anything before I do my customary screen stage swap thing? No? No, there you
Yeah,
go.
right now the connection's kind of wonky right now.
Oh, okay.
It's barely catching up.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay.
hey,
Fair enough.
thanks for having me again. And
Of
yeah,
course.
definitely
Always welcome. As
awesome.
always, everybody, Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Have a day as awesome as you are.